Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run high and down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your
All right,
team.
now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Detroit! Hey, set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Leopard!
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
Partners, we well know long kickoff returns set up big-time momentum for the team with the ball. But how about the defense? They've gone on the field, understood the situation, and really have held up strong.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
motion. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Crash down, crash. Oh, baby. Get him, boy. Get him. Leopard, Leopard. Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gun! We got three, we got gun!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Mayfield on first down. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 28-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch 85. Ball's going 85. Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, Hyde. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Mayfield now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
4 down, check, 4 down. 36.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
3 down. Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got Sanu. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Taken in at the 22. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Strong right, strong right. 4 down.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone!
Now back to throw. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Hyde. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third down, Carlos Hyde. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there with a nice explosive run.
Here's Hyde, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put a big point.
And all the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And we're back now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. We got three. Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
That is right.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Handoff comes to Hyde. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch the whip.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, Yeldon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll drop the throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next